from Van Halen, and right now I'm still here with tonight's very special guests, Kim and Chris from Soundgarden. We'll be meeting new bassist Ben a little later on. But for now, guys, maybe you could talk about the Guns N' Roses tour in the States. You've been in arenas with them recently. What kind of challenges did that throw up for you, and kind of did you learn anything from it?
Well, we threw up a lot.
Yeah, that was challenging in and of itself.
I don't know if there was any particular challenge that we hadn't already been through. I mean, we've done been in a lot of situations where we played in front of audiences that didn't know who we were, and we played on big stages before.
Was it difficult to relate to an arena audience?
A little bit, I guess, but mainly because a lot of the time, you know, that wasn't a full audience. I mean, the nights we played when everybody was there, all the way up to the stage, it wasn't any different than relating to a club audience, really. I mean, that there may be people way up in the wings or something, but there's still people right in front of your face, and you know, they're human beings. You can reach out and touch them, or spit on them, or throw water on them, or whatever. Hit them with your guitar, and that's really the human element, I think. Is
being able to hit them.
Yeah. So yeah.
Do you think you learned anything from that tour apart from how to hit people?
I don't really think we did learn a damn thing from that tour.
No, I think we learned quite a bit. I just kind of, I don't think we put it into words, or, I mean, obviously it was
just
an experience. Yeah, definitely from experience. And Guns N' Roses, they're a lot more, they're more successful. So
I think more than just
tight knit together shit,
Right. Did you get
tightening shit?
Tight knit.
I think more than learning, you just sort of it's like you get used to the situation over a period of time without actually thinking about it. I mean, coming back and being on small stages does seem kind of weird sometimes when you wouldn't think that it would, because that's all we did for a number of years. So it's good to do both. I mean, we did that on that tour. We played our own shows, and we play like 1,000 seat, and then we'd play like a dome or something the next day. So the contrast was pretty strange.
I mean, how did you get on with Axl and Co? Did you?
Just fine.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, did you see their decadent kind of lifestyle?
Those pigs.
In complete opposition to your own kind of low-key philosophy.
Oh, I don't think they're particularly any more decadent than what would sell a magazine piece, or what would sell a video piece.
But it's such a big setup, isn't it? Loads of security and loads of people backstage.
Security. Yeah, it's the same at a soccer game, right? Soccer match. I suppose you could be backstage with Soundgarden and decide that it was decadent.
We're awful pigs.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you judge success? Is it a good gig?
By the size of the deli tray you get backstage. Right. Like, you call this cheese? That kind of thing.
No, seriously. I mean, it's not. I guess for you guys, it's not album sales, is it? It's.
Well, I guess that would be one barometer of success.
Definitely. I mean, if you're making records that work and your band is working well, like on its own, making records that you feel really good about, and you're not selling a lot of them, you're still successful to a degree. But if you're doing what you're wanting to do, and it's selling a lot of records, I suppose that to me that's where the success part comes in. Even if you're doing what you want to do and you love it, and nobody else likes it at all, it's sort of hard to consider it successful by like any normal standards.
Has anything surprised you about your success so far?
That we had some success.
Yeah, that is surprising.
That in itself was a surprise.
Because our records aren't, obvious commercial records with obvious singles and radio hits.
You can't dance to Soundgarden songs, and you're not likely to go shopping with your girlfriends while listening to the Soundgarden material. So
you can dance to Soundgarden songs, but it's embarrassing.
I don't agree with you there.
You look silly.
Well, it's kind of like playing.
I go shopping with my husband listening to Soundgarden records.
Well, it's kind of like playing Twister.
Okay.
You can dance in 7/4, and then every once in a while the beat drops and start all over again.
We have straightforward songs too. I guess it just don't. I don't know. It's not. We're not like an obviously commercial band, but there's a lot of bands over a period of time that have more success than commercial bands just because what they're doing is outside the norm, and it's what they want to do, which is it's pretty easy to, at some point, tell if a band that you're into is like doing something they want to do or doing something for some other reason.
Absolutely. Okay, well, we'll talk more about Bad Motorfinger later on. We've got plenty of time to talk. But right now we're going to see a band making their debut on Headbangers Ball. They come from New York. They're called White Zombie. I don't know if you've heard of these guys.
No, they're cool band. We played with them before.
Yeah?
They've been around for a little while.
Yeah, they have. They've got their debut album out on the Geffen label called La Sexorcisto Devil Music Volume 1. And this is the first single, Thunder Kiss 65. And check out those dreadlocks.